Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's your favorite time. She's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty, and together we are the Salty and Petty Podcast. Duh.
I love your trademark stuff. Anyway, yes, it's back. We're back for another hellish good time to close out your October with, this time, talking Todd McFarlane's Spawn animated series.
Or if you're normal, Spawn the animated series.
Yeah.
That's like literally everybody there says it's that, or like just calls it Spawn.
I know. I don't want those Canadian lawyers after me, eh?
Oh, what are you worried about their flappy little heads and their beady little eyes for?
Hey, buddy.
Not your buddy guy.
Oh, no, he called me buddy guy. All right, so yes, for those of you who don't know, which I'm surprised that young man Russell, whose feedback you'll hear later on, knew about this one animated series. But I was going to say, if you don't know, it went for 3 seasons on HBO back in the late 90s. So the first one was 97, right? Around the time the live action movie came out.
I mean, I guess that's what they say.
Will's like, I don't remember. Glug glug.
No, it was definitely like, I think it was like the summer of 97, so like literally right around the same time of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of remember.
This is like when HBO was HBO, like that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Taxi Cab, Confessions, The Cat House. Like, if you don't know, then you don't know.
Real sex.
Exactly.
Tales from the Crypt.
Exactly.
Man,
I miss those days.
Yeah.
Why don't they have like Nick at Night but for HBO? Like,
seriously.
Come on, what are you doing, Max?
Yeah, Max, come on.
I just like, that's why I need like a little section. It's like, if your back hurts, you might like this. If your knees crack when it rains, this is for you.
Hey, you got some gold to sell? Yeah, come on, it's Max. I should have a little corner for like all that old HBO stuff. Or hell, let's throw in some Cinemax After Dark too there. Come on.
And you can find that for free other places.
Oh, and more. So how should we start this with those Todd McFarlane intros every episode?
I know. Oh, I do want to shout out that they got like an Emmy. I think it was their last season for like outstanding animation program. Longer than an hour, but I was like, okay, they're pushing it on that one, but
I know. Wait a minute. I was watching on Max. Was any of this?
I think it's as a whole, because like if you buy the like DVDs, they kind of like pitch it as a film, and something. I think it's like collectively as a whole for the whole season or something like that. I don't know how that works. Emmys are a sham anyway, but I just said that was really cool because I mean, animation, especially like in the late 90s, we all know who that belonged to. The Simpsons or Disney. That was it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, we know who belonged to in the 90s. Let's go in there.
No. Daytime Saturday morning, maybe.
Yeah. That and Spider-Man, yeah.
But something I found interesting, like in the back of my head, I knew, because like it just makes sense, right? Is that Shirley Walker did the music for it. The same person who did Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, and I was like in my head it makes sense, but I was like, oh. And I feel like I've known that, but like just
Oh, hello, Russell. We'll get to your feedback here soon. Is it time to get violated?
I don't know. Go ask your wife. What do you asking?
Oh, hello. Kentucky.
Got him.
Kentucky. I'm sure there's farm animals around. Come on. Gotcha.
Phil's brutal. I'm just funny. Phil's brutal.
hey, I bring the big guns, okay?
Batman, my favorite character.
But he's like, I didn't even do anything.
Oh,
somebody else who also worked on the Batman the Animated Series as well as Spawn was Frank Parr and Eric Radomski.
yeah.
So I thought that was really cool because it's literally top tier. Like Batman, the Animated Series could have been a primetime TV show. Like,
it kind of was like when it first premiered. They did what, like Sunday nights for, what was it, at least 2 or 3. The first 2, it was like 2 or 3 weeks there at least. They were premiering them on Sunday nights.
And the Simpsons said, "Fuck you, get out of here."
Hey man, it's nice lead-in. Come on.
I mean, honestly, back in the day, if you got the post Simpsons spot, I mean, we all know that's secretly why Bob's Burgers still flourishes to this day.
Oh.
No, it's a good show in its own right. I'm just joking.
But
yeah, like I said, those Todd McFarlane intros. It's like, hi, I'm Todd McFarlane. I created Spawn.
Just in case, well, I mean, to be fair, like Spawn is not mainstream. It's as far as from mainstream as you can get.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. I mean, 97. The character only been around like 5 years. Yeah.
And like even like back then, you had to be like a huge comic book nerd, like because it was not one of the big two. Like you knew Todd McFarlane. Like, wait a minute, the Spider-Man guy.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't look like Spider-Man to me. It starts with an S and a P, but that maybe he should end up Spawn Man. I don't know.
Oh.
Get in on the Batman and the Spider-Man action there.
Hey, he was just practicing drawing Batman with that 10 mile long cape.
Oh my god. So yeah, I was so I guess my phone heard me talking about Spawn and Batman, and as soon as I opened Amazon, they're like, something you might like. Todd McFarlane Toys, Batman Spawn. And I'm just like, okay, I'll put it in the cart, you son of a bitch.
What, toys?
Yeah. It's it's like the collector's edition from the Batman Spawn crossover comic book punch out thingy. You know how they have like the punch out series?
Oh yeah.
The page puncher series is actually what it's called. So yeah. But usually they reserve that for like the 7-inch figures. I think these were 11-inch because they were like $50, and I was just like, oh, maybe it's in the cart, so we'll see how it goes.
I don't know.
I also got something for Redeemer, and I'm like, aha, you don't know me.
I mean, punch
but
out.
I did buy this She-Spawn that you see here.
Oh, of course you did. It's like,
you know what? I don't have the solo one. I have another one. It's like the deluxe action figure. It's pretty sweet.
I was gonna say I got Gunslinger on the shelf back there somewhere.
Oh, good to know. I can take that out of the cart for you for Christmas.
How many Spawn vehicles are currently in your household, Lil Hellfire?
Only one. Honestly, like I need a Spawn mobile. Like I tell you guys all the time. Next time I'm on camera and we're talking about Spawn, I'll show it again. It's a kind of a deep dive at this point. My Spawn mobile, and I was like, I always said like I've never seen this in the comic. It was just there. I'm just like I don't understand.
How dare you wrestle, you Philistine hillbilly? Is She Spawn just replacement Angela?
Maybe Jade replacement. If you know, you know. Oh, but so like let's get into this. So this is probably why I love Sam and Twitch so much, because like this show kind of gave them their spotlight, where the comic book honestly doesn't really do them justice. I mean, their spinoff series stuff does, and their tie-ins and stuff do, but like in the actual main comic, ooh, when's the last time we even saw that?
I know they're like in and out. I mean they made a few small appearances within the last year or so, but yeah, it's nothing major. And
they have a pretty cool 2-pack as well. I have it somewhere buried.
And just watching this, I'm like, man, it's been a while since we like talked about the alleys and just all that,
Oh yeah. Like I think this animation is so good, and I think it's a shame. It's such a shame. Like I don't think he should have released it at the same time as the movie. I think that was the biggest mistake in Doom Spawn, the cartoon.
I just wonder,
because nobody liked that movie. I don't even think Michael Jai White talks about that fucking movie anymore. I mean, he's a gracious guy and everything, and he got to show off his martial arts skills. But like, yeah, I don't think he even like if you bring it up, he'll be like, yeah, sure.
I mean, pun intended, but I'm like, did he have to make a deal with the devil where it's like, yeah, I have to release it now? You know, they're like, yeah, we'll green light it as long as you put it out around the movie.
And then they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too soon for the Spawn movie, but I think it would have been the perfect time. Like, if this would have been the introduction, I feel like Spawn would be so much bigger than what it is. Like, because you could not, back in the 90s, like, you could not live without HBO. HBO has literally always been, up until very recently, prestige TV, right? If you had to have a cable channel, it was going to be HBO and it was going to be MTV. And that's that. Mm-hmm. And maybe if you're my age, Disney Channel. Like, those are the main three for sure. So, like, if this would have been the introduction, then they would have done. I feel like this would have gave it a little more prestige, and then they would have had a bigger budget for the movie.
Yes.
Like, this cartoon is it's pretty. It's so smooth.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And the stories are really great too.
Oh yeah, it's a faithful.
It's fast paced. It's action. It's guts, it's gore. I mean, like, honestly.
Well, and again, too, I mean, each season's only 6 episodes. So they kind of have to keep a faster pace, yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Wow, yeah.
Modern TV was 6 episodes. Like, why the frick is there a filler episode in 6 episodes?
Yeah. I know.
Take a breath.
But yeah,
looking at you, Disney Plus.
I don't know, but I mean, they do. It was like a faithful adaptation of, like, especially like that first season of like the early stuff. Yeah.
Again, that's how you do adaptation. Slight twists, don't go all out the wazoo, like, and you know, gender swap and all this other crazy shit. Like, just a little twist. All you need is a little twist. The story is good on its own. It's a reason why it sold millions of copies. Okay.
And I just wonder why.
Well, he also have more control than most people do too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm like, is there a reason why we decided not to go with Angela and we did the whole Jade thing? Because I mean, we got like 1 5-minute scene with Angela, and it was just no, you don't have a license to hunt Spawn, and it just seems like, okay, she wants to give it up. She didn't get a license. That's the only scene we got with Angela.
I mean, she wasn't a popular character in the comic at the time, I think, is why. Like, she had been on everybody's nerve really bad.
Okay.
So I think, and plus, you always do want to give an adaptation kind of a fresh facelift with a character. So, you know what I mean?
Well,
and women are frangible and replaceable, so who cares?
I don't want to know if there was like wasn't there a battle over the rights to that character? Because like Neil Gaiman created her, and then eventually she gets sold to Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he had written her so irritating too, so it wasn't like a big loss.
Maybe. And again, then we got that Jade. Any excuse for bringing Ming-Na, that's
like, bro, Ming-Na has been Ming-Na since my whole freaking life. It's like the only reason why I even watched the pilot episode of freaking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm gonna be real. And I kept checking in. I'm like, nope, still not good. Nope. Okay. 16 episodes into the first season. I gotta go. I can't do it.
Live action.
Love your babes, but I gotta go.
Live action, animated. Ming-Na is badass.
Yeah, literally.
So that was a good choice.
Super good choice.
But it's so weird because, okay, I mean, maybe it's just the animation, but again, it's HBO, so it's like we did get some topless women, but it seems like they all have the same fake breast implants.
To be fair, in the 90s, either you had the Pam Andersons or you had the Joan Rivers. Like, those were your two options. If you know, you know. Like, you can go back and look. Like, Carmen Electra's boobs look just like Pamela Anderson's boobs. I say it's a faithful adaptation to the times and culture. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna nitpick that. As a connoisseur of MTV.
I know, but not I get not to stereotype women, but it's like no matter what.
And you gotta remember, it was all like silicone, not saline back then. So you really had limited options with plastic surgery. Like, plastic surgery's come a long way, if you can tell just by the evolution of Kim Kardashian.
Well, that's just my point. Every woman must have had cosmetic surgery in this series. At least the ones we saw. Jeez.
They're women of ill repute. It's fine.
Wanda?
Well, you know.
No,
She's no angel.
Oh. Must have won some court cases with those legal rapes.
Matt Murdock somewhere just got a chill up the back of his spine.
not up his spine.
Tapping my way downtown.
Oh God. I do like also that they had basically the same directors and writers.
Yeah.
Very consistent for each season. So it's like, it was a tight writer's room and it just feels really collaborative, which is why everything I think feels so cohesive. Yeah. I appreciate that a lot. And then this season's names are so stupid. It's like Spawn 2, and then Todd McFarlane Spawn 3, the ultimate battle. Now, listen, season 3 was ridiculous because nobody wants a child prophecy, as we will learn in Angel. Nobody wants that. It's never a good idea, and it never works out. Okay?
And then if we don't get a season 4, it never gets paid off.
Exactly. Thank God. I mean, it could be just Connor and Cordelia. Like, I'm so traumatized. I'm just like, I think that was a good call.
So I wonder, were they gonna move to a thing where he got back with Wanda and they had like the prophecy baby? Because it seemed like
I think that baby was gonna get decapitated or something. There's no way.
But it seemed like they shuffled Terry off pretty quickly after a while.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the freaking voice cast
on
this show. Keith freaking David.
Yes.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. What? What are you doing here? And then just surprise Michael Beach. Listen, this dude shows up in so much. His filmography is ridiculous. Like, I'll just be watching a show, like a random like C-list show or movie. There's Michael Beach, just getting his paycheck. You can't even hate on it, bro. TV show about a white biker gang. What are you doing here, Michael Beach? Shout out to Sons of Anarchy, where he gets to be a member in the end. Spoilers. I'm just saying, like, I just love a surprise Michael Beach. It's like surprise Captain Singh. It's like, oh wow, Patrick Sapoigne, yay! Who else do we have? We have Debbie Morgan as Granny Blake. Love that for us. Eric Roberts, the ultimate bad guy for the 90s, right?
Oh yeah.
As Petey. Like, it's so innocuous, but
it's like you. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you were talking about like the pacing and stuff, and we didn't get fill-in episodes. It's some of these seasons that it seemed like we did maybe get a fill-in episode once a season, but it worked. It was
it's kind of like the catch your breath. It's usually the penultimate episode where it's like,
it's like drug dealer.
Okay, in case you weren't paying attention, we're gonna slow it down and drive it home.
Drug dealers, or hey, these guys in the alley kill this old lady. Now Spawn's involved, and
death blow. Yeah. It's so funny, right? Because Todd McFarlane is Canadian, but like his protagonist is a black guy. B, he's in the Marines. Like, you're Canadian. What do you even know about war? Like, what are you talking about right now? I was like, you couldn't have made him a Mountie.
Typecasting, look.
I'm just saying, it's so odd.
I know, but I wonder, did the real Al Simmons, because he knew an Al Simmons.
Yeah.
Was Al Simmons in the Marines, maybe, or I don't know. I don't know the story behind Al Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like I just find it just really funny, like because like some of the stuff that he talks about, like if you know anybody in the military, like it's kind of like Tom Clancy. Like you'd be surprised, like if you know anything about Tom Clancy's books, especially like if you play like the video games like Rainbow Six. He literally got interrogated by the NSA because he was just like speculating about things. It was like so close to home, so it's just like.
You're on the right track.
Well, honestly, if you get a Marine drunk, if you know, they will spill their guts.
Oh my!
Russell can appreciate this. The guy from Black Hawk Down lived in Kentucky, and I actually met him. He's kind of a weird dude, but he's cool. Just saying.
My! Oh my!
So, yeah. So no, it's just like somebody got to talking a little too much because he was kind of like a little bit eyebrow raising there. But Wanda was like my least favorite character. I'm just gonna be honest.
Really? Why?
Just as useless as she is in the comics. They had a chance to do something different, but they're like, nah, we're gonna keep it the same.
Why?
I don't know. Wanda's boring. Like, it's just the carrot. She's the carrot that gets dangled, you know?
Yeah.
It's only so many times before I'm just gonna roll on my back and grab the carrot instead of chasing it, you know? Like,
Hey-oh!
You're welcome. So yeah, that's my whole thing.
Oh man! Oh, there was a big lawsuit with the real Al Simmons. Okay.
Oh my! Really?
What's this article? 2012. In real life, McFarlane is now suing a former employee who so happens to also be named Al Simmons. According to a lawsuit lodged in their Arizona federal court, this Simmons came out with a book entitled The Art of Being Spawn, where Simmons purportedly suggests that his own life was the inspiration for the popular Spawn character.
Oh.
As a result,
maybe copyright and legal infringement works different in Canada.
As a result, McFarlane is now claiming that Simmons has violated the terms of his employment pact and breached his duty of loyalty.
Duty of loyalty? Is that like the Canadian version of an NDA?
Maybe.
No.
Come on, guy. We sat down with some maple syrup, and we talked this out,
Exactly. Took you to an Oilers game. How dare you? Oh, that's rough. I'm sad you told me that. See, like, that's the one thing you don't ever really want to get in behind the scenes of people's business. It will disappoint you every freaking time. As somebody who worked in PR formerly, yeah, I just mind my business because I don't want to know sometimes. That's so sad.
I know. Yeah, McFarlane is adamant that Al Simmons is not the Al Simmons, even if this kismet was enough to have necessitated a waiver when McFarlane first came out.
Yeah, well, because when you use somebody's whole full legal name, like that's a whole thing, like that's like a real person, like it is a big deal. So, interesting. How do I know this? Because Supernatural, they ended up because of Bobby Singer.
Wait. Well, you know why McFarlane doesn't want that book out, right? Because then some lawyer will go to Al Simmons and be like, "Hey, guy, you get a lot of money, guy. You should be getting like 50% of those profits, guy."
Exactly. So that's sad. But,
yeah.
Obviously, it was settled out of court because Spawn's still around and Image is still going.
Somebody made some cheddar.
Yeah, I mean, But yeah, I just kind of love that Spawn is just Batman with these dark alleyways, but like no rooftops, just alleyways. It's so weird that a demonic like kind of hell-based thing is so street level.
That was early Spawn comics.
Yeah, it's so street level.
90s big guns.
Now
big guns.
It truly was a product of its time, but it has evolved for better or for worse in the comics. And, it had some rough patches looking at you medieval Spawn, but,
Jason Wynn and David Santos should hang out.
Have we ever seen them in the same place? No.
Oh, my. I was going to say, he's made a comeback or two, but it's been a while since we've seen Jason Wynn, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true.
Which again, though, would that be really blue balling it if like we're 300 some issues in? It's like, oh, Jason Wynn still hasn't gotten his, I
mean, Joker's still living after what he did to Jason Todd, so.
Yeah, but that's like number 2 corporate mascot over there now. That plot armor is adamantium,
Yeah.
And he has to stay healthy so he can sing with Lady Gaga.
Oh God!
I can't believe that's a real thing. Jeez.
Is that movie even gonna come out?
I think it. I think it is. I don't know if they pushed it back or anything, but I'm pretty sure they were still like, yeah, it's coming.
That's gonna bomb. Like, I'm calling it right now.
I'm like, as a musical, I'm like, did they not?
Babes, did you not read The Room?
Did they not know the audience they had who were praising that first one?
I was like, are they gonna get Bradley Cooper to replace Joaquin Phoenix, or? Yes, that was a Star Is Born reference.
Even I got that.
The fifth time they remade that damn movie. But yeah, I think season 3 is the weakest just because of the plot around it.
And it's so weird because it's like, you know, Clown was like so Violator so in like the first 2 seasons, and all of a sudden it's like there's hardly any, you know. I think he on the phone. Is that when he was on the phone with Jason Wynn? Just if we did, yeah, because I was gonna say I watch a lot of these back to back, so I was trying to.
Oh yeah, I power watch these suckers.
Oh yeah, again, it was only six. I did it in like 2 days. Yeah.
Season 2 got so real with sending the KKK clowns. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that was so random.
And Jason Wynn's like, I had a dream. I dreamed this.
Like, what the
hell? Well, like early Spawn, they did like a KKK issue.
Yeah, I'm just like surprised that HBO was touching on that. Like, they would have like they would have, even today they probably stay away from that with a 10-foot pole now.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're if you know, you know about Warner Bros. Warner Discovery Bros. I don't know what the fuck they're called anymore.
The Max.
I'm still gonna call them Warner Bros. Because Discovery does not matter. Let's be so serious right now.
Yes, maybe they're saving that for season 4 wrestle. I think it's odd but effective that you never see Malbolgia.
I don't think the animators could get it just right. So Todd said,
yeah, they're gonna get those devil nipples right.
I mean, that and Kingpin's titties are very important. You gotta play to your audience, Phil.
That's right.
I lost my nipple for nothing. Shout out to Gary's right nipple.
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
And Kirsten Dunst's.
Cold, wet, hard nipples.
I think, yeah, season 2 is the most cohesive for me.
To wrestle. We saw Malbolgia in the live action film, but you know,
yeah, traumatizing. Yeah. they learned their lesson.
Maybe they didn't want them to show Malbolgia wrestle
after that. Yeah,
maybe they're like, you know, it'd be pretty sad if the animated series had like a more realistic looking Malbolgia than the live action movie.
Honestly, I was just like, is that who I think it's supposed to be? Why does it look like that? Yeah, truly a waste.
Yeah.
For the people on the podcast, Russell said that was a waste of Frank Walker, and I agree.
Yeah, they tried and failed, I think, in the live action movie to like, I don't know, it seemed like they were trying to capture the essence of, you know, remember when John Romita Jr. drew Mephisto and those Anacenti Daredevils?
Oh yeah. I know. That's some of my favorite stuff.
I know you know. Yeah. The mushroom trip, I know. But yeah. But again, I think they tried and failed.
Some say he's still on that mushroom trip to this day. Just wandering upstate New York in a fog of psychedelic.
Nah, I'm a priest now. Yeah.
like honestly, if you look through that lens, you're like, you might be onto something. It's kind of like up there with the Betty Brant theory.
Remind me on Saturday West, Chichester be like, did you write your whole Daredevil run? Was Matt Murdock high the entire time?
Blood was rushing somewhere.
Wow! Oh, he was high just on Viagra? Is that what you're saying?
I found out the reason why you guys have to go to the doctor after 4 hours. I don't know how you live with a penis. Like, I just... Yikes.
Lilith would even live with one in the house. Hey, if I still have that for 4 hours, I ain't the last place I'm going to the doctor.
Well, you're gonna lose it because it can like get gang, like I guess a form of gangrene or something. Because all the blood's been there. Like I don't know why I was reading that. I was just wondering, and I just like, oh, this is probably why I never looked it up.
Help me. It's been over 4 hours. It's still there, and my wife's in a coma.
Yeah. Anyway,
Viagra, if you or Cialis, if you'd like to sponsor us.
nope, Blue Chew.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Remember, we're podcasters. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. If you would like to sponsor us, we're up for it.
Oh, I found the perfect sponsor for us. Just a side note, it's this soap company called Happy Nuts, and it's just what you think it is.
Yes.
So yeah.
That should have been the name of this podcast.
With a Z at all, bro.
Yes.
It's just like, yes.
We from the streets, bro. Oh my god, that should be the name of this podcast. Happy Nuts. Oh yeah.
No, Nucking Futz. That's what we should have been. The Nucking Futz podcast. I don't want to get sued by Marvel though, so.
I think the pants come off next podcast.
No, the Snuggy rant comes next. Yeah, I don't know. Like they don't really have anything about Rays because it was like HBO, so like it's hard to like kind of gauge.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you would think at least the first season, maybe even the second, were popular. I mean, they got to a third season.
Yeah, but it's only 6 episodes too, so it's easier of a commitment. Yeah. I mean, I think it's easier to go with a brand that people are already watching than take a risk too.
And I mean, that animation is so good. It probably took a while to like make episodes too. You know?
Yeah. Gotta respect it that they didn't try to push the boundary.
Yeah.
I think 6 is just enough because, like, as soon as I get done with the season, I'm like, yeah, that's just the right amount of Spawn.
That's just the right amount of Todd McFarlane intros.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Todd McFarlane. Hi, I'm Todd McFarlane coming to you from my basement, which I've made to look like a sex dungeon. Hey,
made to look like.
Wow. Well, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. What are you saying? He's got a Mel Gibson's like sex dungeon? Yes, don't torture me.
I mean, everybody has a dark side, even Canadians. So, and you just and no tea, no shade. I mean this in the best way. I mean, you have to have a hell of an ego to start your own comic book company. So, extrapolate to what lengths you would prefer to.
No, I mean, he wasn't solo. That was a group effort.
Yeah, but his name's on it. Like, name the other guys. I'll wait.
Jim Lee.
Keep going.
Eric Larson.
Okay. Keep going. It's like 6 of them.
It's like the 3 tenors. That other guy.
Exactly. But whose name's on the toy? Like, who actually owns the company? Like, who's the president and CEO?
Whose book is still being published and people still remember?
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
As we said, Savage Dragon's a mess.
Too soon, Phil. Too soon.
We're gonna do an episode just on Savage Dragon.
Oh, did you put this up?
I know. I'm Todd McFarlane. Boys don't.
Meanwhile, Lilith Hellfire's keeping fucking Todd McFarlane's toy company in business. Literally, my guy goes, hey, we got some new McFarlane toys. He puts it right at the front. He's like, did you see him? Did you see him?
Oh, please. You walk in that store. The guy goes, we got some new. And you're like, damn it, give me 2 of them.
Sometimes, not gonna lie. Sometimes.
What is it? I don't know. Give me 2.
No, Gold Label, at least for the DC stuff, is looking really good. And then also, I guess he just got the license to Warhammer as well.
Oh.
And the Warhammer figs look pretty cool too. So, but yeah, DC Gold Label by McFarlane Toys, chef's kiss. I love them so much.
I mean, he's making some kind of deal with the devil, like we said. I mean,
oh, I believe it. This might Spawn might low key be a thinly veiled allegory of his life.
He's getting all the toy deal. Well, I mean, look,
because like think about the early toys. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, don't, if you got anything in the very beginning of McFarlane Toys, please don't take it out of the package. They will fall apart. Happened to me like 3 times. I was so freaking mad. And I had such a grudge, and then everybody's like, no, they got better, and so I started buying them again, and they're good.
But I mean, he got especially like the DC toys, you know, and he got
all. He's got an unlock.
Deals. And again, now he's still, like we said last episode, he's still selling comics at $2.99, and you know, no one else can do that.
Don't jinx it, Phil. Like I said, I understand, like, because inflation. Like, I am just so shocked by that.
I mean, I know he's in bed with DC and stuff for the toys and stuff. But if he really wanted to, put on his covers, holding the line at $2.99.
I mean, that's more of a shade to Marvel than anything. Like I said,
True.
that one shot that was a flat, go listen to Ultimate Spider-Man. Like that is honestly like they got one more damn time to do something like that, and we're gonna have words. I will cut them off.
Seriously, I mean, we laid out. You want to have one of your best quarters in a long time, Marvel. Again, bring back Spider-Man's marriage. Put out a big special for the wedding, the honeymoon, and you have Todd McFarlane and John Byrne draw the honeymoon issue, and you know what? You will sell 1 million copies.
Yes.
Enough said.
Done.
Oh, no,
we keep manifesting it might happen, bro. We're getting pretty good with the manifestation, so.
I know. No, the classy version of enough said.
Mark my words.
Mark them.
Boy, what a master of the language I am. I used classy and Rob Southgate in the same sentence.
Mark my words.
It's a stretch, but I'll allow it.
I get so much right.
But yeah, I think it's time for another Spawn cartoon. I just do. It's over.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's still. They claim they're still getting a live action movie, but I think it'd be him had an easier time doing the animated series.
We could have been on season 5 by now. And I don't want them to reboot it. I don't want them to pick off where this one left off. I want something brand spanking freaking new.
Really?
Yeah. No tea, no shade. Like this is okay. Like I said, the way that season 3 ended, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Start over. We got so many new cool characters too that we can dig into. Like if we did Team Spawn, like with Gun, I would want to see Gunslinger, honestly. That is the cartoon that I'd want to see.
An anthology series where you just spawns, yeah. And
then that way they can shove in medieval Spawn for the merch. But he only gets one episode. I don't ever want to see him again.
Either that, just do like an anthology, different spawns each time, and then if you want to tie it up and have them all meet up or something in the final episode or 2 of the season, do something.
Yeah, like that is my hope for Spawn going into the future. Like the movie's cool, but like unless they're gonna do something new and not tell the origin and just jump into it, I don't know how I feel about a new Spawn movie. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Jamie Foxx.
Oh Lord,
you should. It's the perfect time to actually dive in. We just started basically a new arc.
Yeah, Spawn 350 is coming here soon, Russell.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, the stuff's good. Like King Spawn and Gunslinger. Yeah,
Gunslinger's my favorite. King Spawn's pretty cool, but that's a have your cake and eat it too moment, as we discussed on the previous Spawn.
That's more Al Simmons for the most part. But yeah, Gunslinger is Gunslinger.
Oh, he's talking about Plague.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. I mean, there's like 4 regular books, Russell, so.
Yeah, and I like how they're all just different enough. Like, if one isn't your fancy, one of them is going to be your fancy.
Yeah, especially like if, like Spawn and King Spawn kind of go together, but those other ones you really don't have to, you don't have to read them all.
And I do kind of like King Spawn a little bit more than the main book right now.
Yeah. It seems it's almost like I said, it's almost like
it's giving when Jerry Conway did his little 2 spider books. He's like, you know what? I'm definitely gonna. The first we were weaving the past, now we're gonna kind of diverge it because I'm a little bored telling the same story in 2 places.
Well, again, like I said last time, I think it's like Todd McFarlane gets to have his cake and eat it too, because it's like, well, he's not rebooting, but it's like, oh, we got a new Al Simmons #1 book,
He learned from the best. He learned at the feet of the masters. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, look at his history. Again, they created a Spider-Man book for him and gave him a new shiny #1. Back in the days when they didn't do that every 2 seconds.
Yeah, that when it meant something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now it's just kind of useless. Like, it's crazy how many Spider-Man #1s we've had in just the past 5 years. It's sick.
I mean, I know all of them. I mean, everything from the big 2's been renumbered the last few years, except for like Batman and Nightwing.
Oh yeah,
who
Flash
are,
did get renumbered, so
yeah. So I mean,
even Wonder Woman did too. Yeah, that's crazy. They should have never done that.
I mean, Superman. I mean, they just did the Legacy 850, but it's issue 7. I mean,
yeah.
Again, the only thing over 100 issues right now is Batman and Nightwing.
That's crazy. Oh man, comic book world's in shambles, bro.
Batman, my favorite character.
Meanwhile, he's like, I'm not renumbering, not over my cold dead body. This is a big deal.
Like I said, he has his cake and eat it too. Yeah, he's almost at 350 with the regular Spawn book, but then King Spawn, it's only a 20.
I'm gonna be real. I'm shocked he made it that far.
Oh, 350.
I think for a long time, especially like in like the I'd say like the early 200 issues, he was just coasting. He's like, I'm gonna do this because if you know, you know. If you were reading the books at the time, it felt like he was running out of steam, like he was running out of pressure.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like he had different writers on there, and it's just seemed like it was kind of like, oh yeah, let me give him a pass. And okay, that looks good. Yeah,
The Dick Kirby method.
Whoa!
You can't be. They all can't be Jim Shooter, you know. Pow pow.
Shooter, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, Marvel, you're too late to pander to Charlie Esther. Did you see? I guess for the 40th anniversary next year of Secret Wars, they're gonna put out like, they're gonna reissue like each issue of the original Secret Wars. Like facsimile editions for every issue of Secret Wars, and then like those that
well, you want to know why it worked for the Fantastic Four, as quiet as it's kept. So
yeah,
they did that. So
oh yeah, and then they're putting out that those Spider-Man issues. When he comes back with the black costume, which we covered on Ultimate Spider-Cast.
Scroll down, except for anybody but CBR.
Brian. Again, easiest way. Everything has its own playlist on the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel. Kids, go check it out.
But yeah, like
Brian.
Russell, you have to. What about Saga?
What about Saga?
What about Saga?
Oh my god! I always see articles. It's like, well, Saga.
People just like say Saga.
You know why? Because people like to say Saga.
Yeah, but I think it's a good quick watch, especially for like it's still spooky season. We're halfway through spooky season. I think it's a great watch.
Again, 18
It's very atmospheric. Yeah.
18 episodes total. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm glad to see this on HBO Max. I keep calling it Max. On Max.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of stuff missing from that HBO catalog that's not on Max anymore, and it's really unfortunate. Yeah. I'm glad to see this is here.
It's so funny. I don't. The live action ain't there, but that animated series. You made the right choice, Max. Oh,
your mother's a whore. The original, always imitated but never duplicated. Russell.
Your mother's a whore.
You know, low key, I would love to see Frank Miller do like just like a 3-issue arc for Spawn. Like, like I feel like Spawn is made.
Wait a minute,
made for Frank Miller. I feel like we talked about that, but like I don't remember.
I mean, because remember, like early on in like the first year, the second year of Spawn, like Todd McFarlane had a bunch of like come on. Did he have Frank? Oh, you know what? Didn't Frank Miller do one of those Batman Spawn crossovers? Maybe.
Was that what it was?
I'm trying to remember. And again, like I said, he had a bunch of.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't really like those. I just remember obviously the Batman crossover.
Oh yeah, Spawn Batman from 1994, written by Frank Miller with art by Todd McFarlane. Yeah. So yes, you're going to hell, and
your mother's a whore. But like, I mean, the main book.
Oh yeah, wait.
No guest appearances.
No, I think. Wait. I'm not a robot.
I'm not a robot. Are you sure?
Just in the sack.
Sure we're not.
Just in the sack, kids. Let's see.
From what I remember, what he might have. I want to think it's like. Is it issue 9?
It might be issue 11. That's what I'm checking here.
Because I remember thinking it's very
because that's yeah. Because that's how like the whole Neil Gaiman Angela fight started. Because when Neil Gaiman was because he wrote it, and then Todd tried to pull a big 2, and it's like, no, I own it.
Yeah. So what was it like? Issue 8 through like 11 or something? He had like all the different people.
Yeah, I think so. But yes, Spawn 11 is Frank Miller. So, if we do another Frank Miller month, Lilith, we should cover Spawn 11.
You got it. Well, I'm always down for some Miller mayhem, babes.
Yes. Justin, we might be changing the Marvel Tales schedule for.
Your mother's a whore.
Oh yeah, that's the issue after. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think Alan Moore did the best job out of all of them.
Yeah.
Cause he just does. Look. He does his work and he minds his business. Like, I'm not Charlie. I don't have beef with Alan Moore.
That's Wizard.
God, that was so long ago. Like, so long ago.
I know. Oh yes.
I think it was unnecessary too. Personally, between us hens, I think it kind of did it a disservice to bring in everybody. Like, he was kind of, like I said, that's kind of the ego part of it. Like, he's bringing in all the big names to work on this, third party book. And like, when I think he could have just let his work speak for itself.
And like within like the first year or so, it's like yeah.
Like, I know he was trying to flex. Like, look at all the people that I can get, but.
Well, why don't you flesh out the world more before you do that?
Yeah, that was my main thing. It's probably why I kind of like out of the back of my mind.
Yeah, it's like, how about you get to 25, maybe do an oversized issue, and if you want to get these guys to do backup stories or something, do that.
Yeah, I think it like just really took me out of it at the time. And...
Yeah, or if you're really of the cash grab nature, do an annual and have some of these guys write stories, or
I don't think that they would have all been wanting to split the shekel. I think they probably that's how they negotiated, and that's just the nature of the beast. But
but then you get a Neil Gaiman saying, "I own Angela."
Exactly. So it's like, gots to be more careful. But I remember, like, I think I read somewhere where Todd McFarlane was like, I just want to know if I could say the F-bomb, fuck. I just like, babes, it's HBO, of course.
I know.
I'm like, do you not have HBO in Canada? Like, what the hell?
Oh God. Yeah. You have Chapel pick up a woman from a gentleman's club, take her upstairs, and have his way with her. I think you could say the F word, sir.
Yeah, well, no. The thing is like if they're loose about using the word fuck, right? Then they're loose about pretty much everything else too. Is kind of the thing, which is like it's PG-13. We only get 3 F-bombs. You can say shit as many times as you want to, but it's the F-bomb we're worried about. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't PG. I mean, you go in the app, it's TV.
MA as hell.
Like you said,
it's not that bad though comparatively.
Oh,
like
no.
Like for the time, I'm like maybe, but like my mom literally let me watch it with no problem. But
yeah, was there anything your mom didn't let you watch, or well, you snuck a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but like like literally was watching this like with my parents.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I want to watch. I mean, it came on at late night, so
she'll be asleep now.
No, they were never asleep. Parents are never asleep.
No, I meant you. They didn't want you to fall asleep. Wait a second, 97. Weren't you like, oh my, 11?
Yeah. Like I said, my comic books, I was like, no, it's fine.
No, Mom, it's a superhero. No.
Super something. But no, I think, because the character was black, so I got to like kind of like
okay.
I got to ham it up on that one. Like, we'll see.
Mom, we have.
And plus, it was Michael J. White that played Spawn in the movie too, so I really got to be like, it was such a shame he didn't do the voice. But Keith Davids is an excellent substitute. So.
Oh Lord. Super. Coming
you
soon.
Keep that Gamma talk out of here, Russell.
Coming soon from the Tomes of Evil. Super titties.
The Super Titty Saga.
Oh wait, and I'm talking about Tony Twist.
Oh. Well, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't recommend this show enough. I think it's definitely worth your time. It might get you interested in. I mean, but honestly, I don't expect the new comics to be like this. That's all. Like, if you're just jumping in and like 300 issue, like.
Yeah, no, Russell, it's nothing like this. It's like they're battling for the throne of hell and stuff. And
yeah, this is like basically for your backstory so that you can just jump into the new stuff. Like, you know the backstory, it's in the back of your head, but this new stuff, we're so far past all of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, the animated series covers what, like the first 50, 60 issues? Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, man. We come a long way. I feel old, actually, when I started thinking about it.
I know. 97. Again, you were like 11, little Hellfire.
The 90s were 10 years ago. Although, I mean, as much as everybody bites off of the 90s, you would think it was.
Well, yeah, it's hard to remember, yeah, because they keep going back to that well. Oh, did I see, you're the expert, did I see that they're going to be kind of like ending the Power Rangers, like the current continuity, and then like
they're rebooting it to the Mighty Morphin stage, yeah. Oh. Because I'm telling you, and they should probably give our friend Kyle Higgins his due, because I feel like had that comic book not been so good, the Power Rangers wouldn't have had that resurgence. The classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would not have had that resurgence, and I stand on that. I stand 10 toes down on that. So, it's just like they want to. The only thing that I'm really excited for is that they're not going to use Super Sentai footage anymore. They're going to do their own. They're going to really get people that know martial arts and be able to do that themselves. So I'm super excited to see what that looks like. I hope they use like a Mandalorian kind of thing. So yeah, like, where it's like all inclusive kind of environment, green screen environment.
That'd be cool, original footage and stuff.
Yeah. So that way it's more seamless and not so jarring. I'm really excited to see who they cast and stuff. It was just like, yeah, this last era of Power Rangers was interesting, but like everybody's been so reminiscent. I hope we get kind of more classic suits too. Like, yeah. I think it's interesting things that they're doing. But we all know they're doing it for the toys. We all know.
Of course.
And it's supposed to be more adult. Like, it's literally aimed at the people that grew up on Power Rangers.
Oh.
So, we'll see. Maybe Kimberly and Tommy... we get a little side boob action. I don't know.
Whoa!
or the actual love triangle of Kimberly, Jason, and Tommy that we were promised.
Devil's Triangle, you say? Or you'll learn the secrets of how does a man play a flute through a helmet.
A dagger that sounds like a flute. Too much. It's too much.
All right, so before we get out of here, you want to hear some Russell feedback?
Yeah, I know that's what he's been sticking around for, the narcissist.
I know.
I made you wait.
He's pulling a Ray. Yeah, I'm sticking around to hear myself. You're getting in the Ray territory there, Russell. All right, so yeah, I'll give him the Ray type introduction. Yes, kids. If you're about to hear Russell, who's been in the chat room the whole time, you can hear him on such shows as Tomes of Evil or Gamma Charge, the strongest
Marvel
podcast. Go, girl. Yeah, that's right. The strongest podcast is Electric Mullet.
You're damn straight.
And you got the new Dracula podcast.
Damn, Russell, your wife let you do a new podcast?
She's probably sick of him. Although, like I said, nobody's catching the new king of podcasting, Justin. Jeez. He's overtaken Ray now that Ray's got the problem.
Addicted to Marble Snap.
Marble Snap. Ray's got the Marble Snaps. All right, so Russell sent us feedback on the animated series here. So what did our friend Russell have to say?
Hello, Phil and Lilith. This is Russell.
Hello.
And I'm calling to give feedback on Spawn, the animated series from HBO. Now, to be fair, I've only seen the first season of Spawn, the animated series. But what a season it is.
Tell us more.
It's like Todd and HBO were like, hey, so this Batman thing and this Gargoyle thing is doing really well. And Spawn is really knocking Batman off the comic rack.
Don't do that to Ray.
How do we take what makes Batman the Animated Series great, but make it even more adult?
Titties!
And I think for the
Super
most
titties.
part, they succeeded. I don't think it has quite the sheen that Batman the Animated Series has. It's a little rough around the edges, and I'm not talking about the content. I'm simply talking about animation quality, yada, yada, yada. But oh boy, it's a great show. Keith David will forever and always be Spawn, just like he's Goliath. I mean, there's never been another Goliath, so I guess it's fine. But, yeah, I think the show is structured better than the comic at times. I don't think a lot of people will debate me on that. I love basically that entire first season. Al figuring out who he is, what's happened to him. You get the Violator, who in the clown form is hilarious and gross, but in the Violator form is absolutely terrifying with his like whispered telepathic speech. It's
Just like in real life with clowns.
But then the most horrifying part of the show is, of course, Billy Kincaid. Oh my God. That might be the darkest tomes of evil we would ever do if we ever talk about him. Anyway, yeah, just thought I'd give my thoughts. I really enjoy that show, and now, thanks to you guys, I might fire it up and watch it. So keep on keeping on, and suck it, Lilith.
Present it!
Suck it, Russell.
First of all, yeah, I don't think we're even allowed to talk about Billy Kincaid because, you know, he's a, children lover, not in the traditional sense.
And a killer.
Killer I can forgive. The other thing, not so much.
Yeah, true. I mean...
And, like, how he was treated, like, in a mental institute. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah.
Well, it's so weird because it's like, I mean, in the show, Spawn's like, oh, yeah, I'm not a kid, you know, I'm going to be better. I'm not going to... He doesn't kill Billy. I mean, eventually in the comic, he kills Billy.
Thank God.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, that was something I was just like, ooh.
I'm like, really? We're not gonna kill we're gonna kill other people, but not the child molester / killer, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, Violator. Yeah, that speech, that telepathic speech,
still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
But yeah, they like the scariest scene because Todd McFarlane says at the beginning of it, said, "Turn off your lights. Time for Spawn." But no, when Al's like digging up his own grave, and you know, just you made a deal, you son of a bitch.
That reminds me of like that post on TikTok recently. It's like, if you believe in reincarnation, that means the person you previously were is buried somewhere on Earth.
Unless you're cremated.
Yeah.
Where's your previous body? The bottom of the East River in New York.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, to be fair.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the first season, Russell. I think the second one is the best. Like I said, the third one's not bad. It's just, you know, it's not my cup of tea for content wise. But
Yeah, there's like really not a lot of clown in it.
Yeah, it's a huge departure, but I still think it's worth viewing just to round it out for sure. So yeah, on that note.
All right, so
what do we got cooking up for the kids?
Well, next time, aren't we going to talk the Continental?
Yeah, we can talk the Continental.
And then I thought we were.
Are you gonna be done? Are you gonna be done?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. I got some. Yeah.
We got some other stuff coming up. I found a couple of shows. I've been utilizing my tiny dick. I mean Peacock pass.
Wow. So. All right, boys. You want that drop? Yeah, it'll be 99 cents each. But yeah, I thought we said after we're gonna do the Continental next, and after that, maybe we'll do that Jesse Martin show.
Yeah, the Irrationals. Like, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I want to be fresh for when we do it.
Okay.
It's loaded up on the list.
I mean, I haven't watched this week's yet, but besides that, I've been watching it week to week. Yeah,
I've been watching. I watched the first episode of Found, which has Mark. Like, y'all know me. If you know me, you know me. I love Saved by the Bell, and Mark Paul Gosselaar. MPG is my guy, so I'm watching it.
I did
Plus,
see
it's got the girl from Shameless, Shanola Hampton. I think is her name.
I
So
think
I'm like,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I did see the commercials for that. Yeah.
Yes, I like that. It's giving Scandal, which if you like Scandal, then you might like this show. So.
Oh, did you see Quantum Leap came back for season 2?
I did. I'm happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie Hudson's getting his shekels. Good for him.
And yes, plot twist at the end of the first episode, kids, for season 2.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
We're
gonna get caught up on fall TV for sure after we do the Continental and their rationals. So
okay,
we can tell people what we're watching. Like this is my first time like getting back in an actual network TV. I'm not watching anything on the CW. This is crazy. There's nothing on.
You know what? The only thing that eventually will be back is Superman and Lois, but I don't think I'm even going to be able to watch it because I think our local, the channel that had the CW, they're like, yeah, we're not doing the CW. We're not doing the CW anymore.
Do you have WGN?
No, but I think like the only thing I at this point I'm really going to be watching on there would be Superman and Lois.
Are they going to be showing it? Well, you can probably see it next day on the CW app or something.
That, or I think they might even put it on Max the next day or something. Maybe.
Oh, really?
I thought they were talking.
They like to pretend like that show does not exist for some reason.
I thought they said it was going to be on Max, or I think the previous seasons might already be on there. So.
Okay, cool. I don't really go scrolling through the the CW section of Max. There's nothing for me there. I refuse to give Arrow any more rewatchability, unfortunately.
Oh,
Stephen Amell, so I'm kind of fucked on that, but
whoa,
I have to stand my ground on that one.
Watch the.
He shall see no residuals from me.
Oh.
Scabs don't deserve it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I think Hollywood agrees with you. So.
Same thing, Drew Barrymore. I am heartbroken, but I gotta stand my ground. No E.T. No.
Charlie's Angels.
Well, that's not a big deal. It's like she's one of my favorite Lifetime movies where about the girl who shot the guy's wife.
Isn't that all of them?
No, it's not all of them. As much as consider who your mother is, I think you would know the difference, Phil. She is like the Lifetime queen. I love that for her.
Oh my god, I don't live there. I don't watch TV. I wasn't watching.
I don't visit my mother often. Okay.
No. I wasn't watching TV with her when I did. You want to watch TV? Yeah. You want to watch Spawn? Yeah. All right. Are we done?
Yeah.
Wait, who are we talking about here? Russell, that's what happens when you're the kid of a Republican? What?
I mean, that's applicable. That applies to a lot of people.
Are we back to Billy Kincaid? Oh. Because his father was a senator, voiced by Ronnie Cox, who we all know as Captain Jellicoe. Troy, put your boobs away. All right. Hey.
Get out of here.
This episode brought to you by the letter T, as in titties.
For titties.
All right.
Or for educational purpose, teats.
Suck with the teeth.
Move along.
Oh, nice. That's right, kids. If you want knowledge about all pop culture, yes, come suck with the teats of the Sully and Petty. All right, kids. So yes, next time we'll do the Continental, and then in the episode after that, we'll do the Irrational with Jesse Martin. Are we gonna do? I know you're talking about the Patreon, but should we do like a Thanksgiving episode here? Like we'll just do like a Friends episode or something.
Whatever you want to do, bud.
Gobble gobble.
I was just gonna talk. But we could always rank Thanksgiving food.
There you go.
I know Noel likes the food along with the socialist rants, so.
Oh yeah, we could talk about. Oh yeah, we could please Noel talk about Thanksgiving food and how the Native Americans were kicked off their land. Yeah.
Gobble, gobble. I was gonna talk about that anyway.
Well, yeah, I know, but it'll be more on par with Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble.
And then we can play this over and over.
Gobble gobble.
Remember, kids.
Gobble gobble.
The high priest of
gobble gobble.
Now he is the sausage king. Get it right.
Well, yeah.
Sausage.
He's not gonna hear this.
He
He's too
might.
busy on Marvel Snap.
He's probably like, oh, it's you can listen and play at the same time, right?
Couple of balls down the gob.
I saw a new Moon Knight episode go up, so he must put it down
He-
occasionally. Probably
It might have been pre-recorded. We don't know the depths of his addiction at this point.
the phone needs recharged.
So might as well.
Oh my god, Ray's like every episode. It's just like the end portion. Let's make fun of Ray. I'm sorry. Man.
Lull them into a false sense of security.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
All right, kids. So yeah, send us your thoughts on all the Spawn stuff we talked the last 2 episodes. The Continental
Episodes for the end of the year and next year going forward. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to hear.
Yeah. See. All right. So yeah, send us all your thoughts. Email us Salty and Petty.
Whoops! Whoops-a-daisy, buddy!
Oops, it slipped. All right.
Oh, God.
saltyandpetty69 at gmail.com. That's saltyandpetty69 at gmail.com. That's where Lilith lives. All right. And
420 69th Street, yep.
and again, you can find episodes of this show and all the Capes and Lunatics podcast network shows, social media, merchandise. Again, the Patreon, where you think this show's wild, we're completely uncensored on Patreon. So find
Last episode was pretty tame.
what? Oh yeah, Scream Queens, but yeah, we still talk boobs. All right.
Yeah, as always.
All right, so pretty sad. Lil's probably touched more than I have. All right, so find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right.
Quantity, probably. Quality, I don't know.
All right, now, where can you find your favorite internet granny? Lilith Hellfire.
Oh, if you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Threads or Instagram at Your Favorite Internet Granny. That's GRANNIE. And that's it. And even then, I don't know. I mean, not being on social media has been pretty good for my mental health, especially Twitter. So, but if you guys, you can still find me on TikTok.
She's literally your grandma. You can find her on Facebook.
Exactly.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
I can't believe I had to side with Zuck.
Oh.
I'm so upset. I'm zucked and I'm not happy about it, but it's the lesser of the two evils at this point.
Oh my god, my adventures on Facebook. Let's or I got sucked.
Yeah.
I got sucked hard.
Superior puss.
The
big finish.
Jazz hands.
Hey-o. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Again, we'll start November with more killing.
Back to business.
The Continental kid, not Lil's house. All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't tell me what to do.
Well, you can, it just won't be on the air.
My NSA agent breathes a sigh of relief.
All right, kids. Go watch that Spawn and go to hell.